everybody, welcome to this video. My name is Melanie Josephine and today I'm sharing my experience of 6 months in self-coaching scholars. So let's jump right in. I did a video with my 3 months review, so I'm going to leave the link in the description box if I don't forget. Otherwise you can just find it on my channel. But today I think I have actually quite a lot to share with you, because I feel that now with me being in Scholars for 6 months, a lot of things have changed, and I would say that by being in the program for this long now and really working on myself and implementing the model into my life, I can see things just so much more clearly. I can see that it just takes time and effort to implement the model into your life in a positive way and to really understand it. Because if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you already know the model, but it seems so easy when you think of it, that a thought leads to a feeling leads to an action leads to a result. It's if you read it, if you think about it, you might think, yeah, sure, I know that makes sense. But if you are not implementing it and using these tools every week in your life, then you're not actually getting the benefit of the model. And that's what I'm experiencing now, that the thought line always ends up in the result line. I heard that from the beginning, from when I've joined the program, but only now it makes true sense. Only now I can see clearly that it is so true, and that if we don't catch ourselves and change those thoughts that are not serving us, then we are creating things that we don't want to see in our life. And just before I continue, I want to say that coaching and creating your life, changing your life, it's not about changing every single thought that you have, because I'm just gonna give you the example that Brooke usually gives. You probably don't want to think about everything positively suddenly. You don't want to think positively about war or about rape or about other circumstances in your life that are simply not good. So this work isn't about changing every single negative thought into a positive thought. Life is still going to be 50-50, but what it means is that with different circumstances in your life or different areas in your life where you want to see changes, that you sit down and you do a thought download, you write down all your thoughts and you figure out which ones are facts, which ones are true, which ones are not true. Because as long as we are just in our head and we don't get our thoughts out on paper, we think that all our thoughts are facts, and they're not. And most of them aren't even true. And because they're not true and we're acting from that place, we are hurting ourselves, really. So this is what I'm learning in Scholars now, that to pick out which thoughts are negative because they're meant to be negative, which thoughts are untrue and need to be changed, which thoughts are true and don't need to be changed. But this work is just so amazing, so inspiring. I just am so grateful that I found this program and that I'm in it and that I'm doing the work, and that I can just see the changes in my life, in every area of my life. And I can just see that slowly but surely I am not living an as reactive life as before. What does that mean? So usually something comes up in our life, whatever circumstance, and we react to it. But as Brooke says, circumstances are neutral. So we have all the power in how we can react. So what I actually first did, very often if I had a circumstance that I wasn't sure how to deal with, was that, so the initial thought will always come in. Whatever your brain comes up with always comes in first. But then you can think about, okay, what other ways can I think about this situation? Because there's always plenty of ways to think about one situation. So what I can also see more and more clearly, that my confidence is growing, my decision-making skill is growing. We're all afraid to fail at some level. We all tell ourselves that we're not enough on some days or at some level. But success and living your most full life is all about moving forward. It's all about getting up once you've fallen down. It's all about looking at failure as a learning experience. And it's all about moving on. I also really, really love the statement that Brooke always says. She always says, the only difference between you and me is that I haven't given up. It doesn't mean that I had any less challenges. It doesn't mean that I had any less disappointments or failures in my life. All it means is that I have not given up. That's all. And she also says that once you improve your life, it doesn't mean that you'll never be unhappy again. Just because you have millions of dollars, or you found the love of your life, or your biggest dream came true, it doesn't mean that you'll never experience any negative feelings ever again, because life simply is 50-50. But you learn to deal with it better. This is another thing that I'm experiencing now that is absolutely amazing. So before I started the program, I listened to Brooke's podcast, and one of the things she is saying is that, you learn how to deal with issues in a different way, in a better way, and you stop having those extra layers. Because what that means is when something comes up that upsets you, we usually put extra layers on ourselves. And what that is thoughts. Is, for example, a thought like, I shouldn't feel this way, or this shouldn't have happened, or what I used to say to myself is, I shouldn't be sad for longer than an hour. Well, I guess if I am, then I guess I am supposed to feel sad for longer than an hour. Or so what I've actually noticed, once I allowed myself to be sad about something and stop judging myself, like stop putting these extra layers of negativity on myself, these moments of sadness actually weren't as bad. And I could just process these emotions without these emotions getting stuck in my body and staying there until they have a chance to come out another time in a worse way. By the way, there's an episode on her podcast, I think it's called Pain Now or Pain Later. It's a really good episode, and she's all about pain now, because when you postpone your pain, it's just growing. So it's all about allowing feelings, processing them, moving on. And when you experience it, every time you experience something, it is so much more powerful than just hearing about something or reading about something. And those one-on-one sessions with your coach every week are just so powerful, because every single time I come out and I think, oh my goodness, I never thought of it this way. And basically staying in this program, being in this program, is about gaining more and more awareness each week. You can't really say this is how much awareness I gained in January or in February. I mean, there's no such thing as like a barometer which tells you, okay, now I'm done, because life carries on and we are here to grow whether we like it or not. And you can either be stuck and feel pain, or you can grow and feel pain. And what I'm saying is, you're not going to feel pain all the time, but you will feel all the feels wherever you are in life. And if you just stay stuck, you're not really doing yourself any favors. I can also see how this program can be a very positive and powerful long-term investment, because if making more money is one of your goals and you work on that with your coach each week, then and you put these put everything into action, inevitably you are going to make more money, which in the end of the day will then pay for this program, and you can just stay in it. So that's something I've come to realize, that because at first I thought, okay, this is an investment that I'm making now, and then I cut off that investment at some point. But now I'm not so sure actually if I ever leave this program. I have no idea. I don't know, because I always roll with the universe, always roll with the flow, but I can just say that it has been extremely beneficial. I'm a raving fan. I'm not sponsored at all. Brooke doesn't know I'm making this video, and but I just want to share my experience. Maybe it can help you. If it has, please leave me a comment. And yeah, if you know anybody who would be interested in this video, share it with them. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely day. Bye!